Now, the FCC was established by the Communications Act of 1934. Now, think about what's really happening back in 1934. We did a lot with radio, obviously, a lot of radio shows, families watching or listening to the radio in the night times. So the FCC obviously has grown since then with what they are responsible for, and they are responsible for regulating any interstate and international communications that are done by radio or by television, over a wire, by satellite, by cable, any type of electronic communication. They also regulate the licensed spectrum and the unlicensed spectrum. Now, when I say licensed spectrum, if you think about your AM and FM radio channels, obviously those are licensed to companies that are broadcasting on those stations. And part of the reason for the licensing is to make sure that we don't have different radio stations trying to compete on the same band and cause interference. So there's a big reason why there needs to be a license for that. The unlicensed spectrums are those that you don't have to use a license for, but the downside is that since nobody has to get a license to use that medium, that we can have a lot of different products that can interfere. As an example, if you're in your office, you have Wi-Fi, what you're going to notice is that as you get close to, let's say, the kitchen or the cafeteria, that things like the microwave are going to cause interference because they're using some of those same frequencies, and that becomes a bit of a problem. So we do have the issue, and we'll talk more about it when we get into these communications, of having other devices or other types of technology basically stepping on your data signal within your location. And so that's probably the downside when it comes to using an unlicensed medium.